Today we are installing the Victron SmartShunt. It's going to act as a digital fuel gauge and a data hub. It's going to pair up perfectly with the SmartSolar MPPT and the Omu H5 sodium-ion battery we installed. And what that means for my overlanding setup is we will always know when we have enough juice to run our 12-volt fridge. And if we want to run our LED lights or other devices, we won't have to worry about waking up to a fridge full of spoiled food. In the first two videos in this series, we introduced and installed the Omu H5 sodium-ion battery. Then we installed the SmartSolar MPPT solar charger. We also installed a Noco Genius Gen 5 battery charger that massages the battery and keeps it healthy when the trailer is living here in the garage. This is the third video in this series, and there'll be a link appearing over my head to that playlist. You can see I have the SmartShunt mounted in the trailer. I still have to wire it and get it dialed in with the Victron app. In this video, I'm including all the steps I went through to install the SmartShunt in my X-Venture XV3 trailer. But I'm including timestamps, chapters below that you can use to jump ahead if you don't need to see me make up a battery cable with lugs or install some Rivnuts to install the unit in the trailer. You'll be able to skip ahead and jump to the wiring or the app setup if that's what you'd prefer to do. To hook up the SmartShunt, I'm going to need to make a cable up that's going to go from the negative side of the battery to battery minus here on the SmartShunt. I got some 8-gauge wire here, and that's going to be enough. It's good for 40 to 50 amps before it'll overheat. That's going to be fine for my application here. I got some 3/8 battery lug connectors, and this goes just fine right through there. It's a good fit, and it's also the perfect fit for the 8-gauge wire. I've also got some heat shrink to put on the end to make a real nice, neat connection. And when you're going to start using heavier cable, you don't necessarily need it with this. But when you're using heavy battery cables, you need a cutter like this. It has an end like this right here. It's really good for cutting this cable, a real nice clean cut at the end. When you use this cutter for this size wire, this will give you a really nice clean cut. We just need to strip this much of the cable. So there we go. Now we're ready to crimp this. We've got this special crimping tool here for battery lugs, and you just push that in and you can rotate for different sizes. So these 3/8 connectors are about 10 millimeters. So I have it set to 10. That should give it a nice crimp. So that's a pretty nice crimp. That is not coming off. That's a permanent connection. Had to find some bigger pieces of heat shrink. I got my end ready here, and I'll put my other lug on. Easiest way is just to put this in here and grab it, stick the end in. If you want, you can put another crimp. Kind of a double crimp, and these are really on here, man. They're making good contact. Now I'll just hit this heat shrink with the heat gun. There we go. Now one end of this cable hooks onto the 2 battery minus side of the shunt. The other end of the cable will hook onto the negative terminal on the battery. They give us 2 of these red lines, all set up with a fuse, a lug, and a ferrule connector. We're only going to need 1 for my setup. And that ferrule connector is going to hook right here where it says V battery, and that's going to provide power to this unit. This other side here is an aux, and that's for a battery temperature indicator or thermostat. I'm going to hook this in now because I think it's going to be easier to do it here. That's all there is to that. Now I'm just about ready to fasten that inside the trailer. I'm going to mount the SmartShunt right here, and this is where my second battery will go when I eventually get one. But I'm not just going to screw it to the wall. I'm going to put a couple nutserts in. Some people call them Rivnuts. So now the SmartShunt is all bolted up nice and tight. It's in a good position. I can fit another battery under here. So now we just have to get this wired up. It's a little hard to get in here, but this is the lead I made up, and it goes 2- battery. So this end's gonna go to the negative on the battery terminal. So the ideal way to do this would be to have all these negatives hooked on a bus. They'd each have their own individual terminal. But I don't have the bus. You could even use just a single post and hook all those to the post and then run a single wire to system minus. That's really the better way to do it, but there's nothing wrong with me hooking all 3 of these to system minus, and that's what I'm gonna do. So when I do transfer these over, this is my system power to the trailer. I'm gonna put this one at the very bottom, so it's got the most connection to the SmartShunt, and then I'll put the solar charger on top of that, and then the last one will be the trickle charger will be on top. So I'll get going, and rearrange these, and the last one I hook up will be the negative. So now we're all hooked up. I got my battery negative hooked to battery minus on the SmartShunt. All the negative cables that were hooked to the negative on the battery before are now over here to system minus, they call that. So that's all the load. That's going to make sure that all the power goes through the shunt and through these wires, and the SmartShunt will be able to detect everything that's going on, whether power is going this way or going that way. My positive is hooked over here on the positive. That'll power up the SmartShunt. I'm going to come back in and I'll straighten up all these wires and do a bunch of zip tying and get everything nice and neat, because I also use this bay for storage. And I'd probably end up getting another Omu H5 to put right here on top, and hopefully that'll fit right under here. But now that everything's hooked up, now it's time to get on the Victron app and make sure everything's working just right. So here we are on the Victron Connect app. On this first screen, we're going to get a list of devices that we have connected. I have the SmartSolar charger and now the SmartShunt connected to mine. I'll click on the SmartSolar charger and we'll see what kind of condition the battery is in at this particular time. Every device has a sticker with a PIN number on it. You need to know that PIN number so that you can sign in and pair it with your Bluetooth. So each device is going to have to be paired separately. So now I can see what condition the battery is in, and if I had a solar panel hooked up to the charger, then I'd be able to see that too, and how much voltage and wattage I was getting from the solar panel. I can also see some history, so I can see how my solar panel and my battery are performing compared to how they've performed in the past. Now I'll head back over to my device list, and I'll choose the SmartShunt, and we'll see how that's operating. And I've already entered my PIN and signed into this device. So there are no devices and no current draw currently on the SmartShunt. So now I'll turn on my various lights that I have on the trailer, and it'll start drawing some current. And the SmartShunt will tell us what the battery voltage is, the current draw, how much power we're using, and it'll also tell us the time remaining on the battery, which is really critical. If we wanted to know how much power we had left to run our fridge, we could turn off all the other devices and just leave the fridge on, and the shunt would tell us how long we have left to power that fridge. And the app is telling us there's an update available. When I'm done here, I'll update my app. And we can also see some history, just like we did with the solar charger. So now I went ahead and shut down all my lights, so there's no power draw. You can see at the bottom time remaining. It's not going to give us a time remaining because nothing's drawing on power. So that's a really excellent device. It's going to be very helpful when I'm out doing my overlanding trips. Okay, I'm super happy with the way that turned out. That SmartShunt was an incredible addition to this system. The SmartSolar MPPT was awesome, and it all started when I won that Omu H5 battery at Overland Expo West. And that's what got me started on this whole project, because I realized I could take advantage of that, add some new equipment, and have a really sophisticated system. We're going to be getting a fridge to run in our X-Venture XV3, and this is going to power it up really well. So at the end of the video, there'll be a link coming up to the playlist for all 3 videos. If you're dealing with death wobble in a Jeep, or you want to rebuild a floor jack, I've got videos for all that here on the channel. Cover a wide range of topics, and we do a lot of DIY and a lot of adventure. So if you got something out of the video, you appreciate it, hit that thumbs up button. So hit that subscribe button, join the Muddy Ruttzz team, and we'll do a lot of DIYs and adventures together. I'm Muddy Ruttzz. I'll see you on the next one, and don't forget, the best is yet to come.